Getting started at DCS can be expensive and complex. Today we will see what options exist and which can be best adapted to our needs and budget. First of all, we are going to explain how DCS works and how it is structured. DCS consists of the base game that can be obtained in two versions, stable version or open beta version, and the modules. The biggest difference between the two versions is that in the open beta version, you will find more updated content. But this content may be incomplete, and there will be updates more frequently than in the stable one. Most of the servers and players play in the open beta version. This base game is free, and we can get it on Steam or from the DCS website itself. It must be taken into account for the future that these versions are not compatible with each other, and if we buy something on Steam, we can port it to the standalone version, but not the other way around. This base game includes two free maps, the Caucasus and the Mariana Islands, plus two planes, the P-51 Mustang civilian version without weapons, and the Su-25 Frogfoot that is armed but not clickable. For new players, there is a promotion from DCS for our first purchase of 50%, regardless of whether it is a module or all. It is not applicable to gifts and is only available for purchases made on the website. Also, on the website, we have a free trial program of the modules for 2 weeks. Once activated, we can enjoy the module during this time without any limitation. Once this trial period is over, we will not be able to activate it again in the same module until after 6 months. We can activate as many modules at the same time as we want. There are also a large number of unofficial modules or mods with which we can play. Most of them are not at the level of a paid module, except for some exceptions like the A4 Skyhawk, which is available on some of the most played servers in the game. In a future video, we will talk about the available mods and how we can enjoy them. We have already seen in this first part that we can start in DCS with an initial investment of $0 using the base game and mods. In order to play DCS, we need a computer that meets the minimum requirements given by the developer that we can find on their page when we go to download the game. Let's assume that our equipment complies with everything specified. What do I need now? Given that DCS is a simulator, the way we're going to enjoy it the most is with the right peripherals that allow us a minimum degree of immersion in the game. And what is the minimum we need to achieve this immersion? A joystick, throttle lever pedals, head tracker. As with everything related to computers, there are a wide variety of peripherals that range in price from $30 to several thousand. There are starter packs like the T16000 that include a joystick with a throttle for a more than acceptable price in most stores. Many players start with this joystick, so it is possible to find them in second-hand markets. Once further into the world of aerial simulation, we may want to upgrade our hardware. Until we reach a certain level, we will continue to find joystick plus throttle packs. Pedals are usually always sold separately. In more specialized brands, we will find that the joystick, the lever, or the pedals are always sold separately. Another more arcade and cheap option is to use a game console controller in combination with the keyboard and mouse. A controller is also a valid option to simulate certain modules, given its similarity to the controls of said planes or helicopters, such as the co-pilot station on the AW-64D Apache. As an extra to everything mentioned above, and as a minimum when simulating, it will be necessary to acquire a head tracker that allows us to move the view within the game using our own head. We can divide them between virtual reality equipment and motion sensors. Virtual reality equipment are special glasses that allow us to enter the game and put our head on our character. They have an advantage over sensors in terms of immersion level, but they are also more expensive, and more powerful equipment than usual is necessary to use them. Also, when the view is covered with the glasses, it is advisable to combine it with other peripherals, such as keypads or haptic gloves that allow us to fully control the plane without this lack of vision hindering us. Among the motion sensors, we can find the following. The most famous are the Track R5 from Natural Point, which is around $200, and the Tobii Eye Tracker, which is around $250. The Track IR-5 consists of the infrared camera and a clip for helmets, or a cap with reflectors depending on the version we choose. There are ways to make this type of sensor at home if we have enough skill, which will allow us to save money at the beginning of our adventures in DCS. The Tobii eye tracker goes a step further and consists only of a camera that follows the movement of the eyes and our face, which is a huge step forward in terms of comfort. In the same way that a homemade Track IR can be made, we can use a webcam or the camera of a mobile phone together with different software to act as a motion sensor, detecting the movement of our face without the need to make any investment. There are many other peripherals that allow us to delve even deeper into the level of simulation that DCS or other games like MSFS offer us, such as haptic gloves, chairs with force feedback, or more complex stations that fully simulate the buttons and screens of an airplane. As a summary, having the right computer, we could say that we can start in DCS from $0 using mods or free trials and without making any investment in peripherals.